Hello, hello. It is December 1st, and that means it's time for our monthly market stats update. So this is your hyper local update on how the real estate market is tracking for Citrus County, Florida in particular. And this is residential home sales. And every month I look at what's changed. Inventory levels, list to sales price ratios, days on market, how many listings are expiring unsold off of the market, and all of this data helps to enable me to guide my customers in the best way possible. So I think it's important for you as a consumer and everyone out there in the marketplace to understand the changes of these numbers. So if you follow these videos, you get to hear from month to month what's going on, and oftentimes it is kind of a broken record, repeating the same things over and over, because as the market cycle gradually changes, it can be some of the same sentiments. Right now, however, we're in the holidays, and the holidays tend to be a time when there's a lot of questions as to, should I still be in the market? Is this a good time? Are there buyers still out there? And so these updates can help answer those questions. So I'm going to get to the details. I won't go too much into the nitty-gritty today because the changes are overall not really crazy. But when you look at some of the different price brackets, you start to see some more significant changes, and we can talk a bit about that. But at the end of the day, and at the end of this video, I'll just share with you my feedback on what is most important if you're going to win in this market that we are in currently. So first off, let's talk about the numbers. How do the numbers look? Well, the overall perspective is that we have pretty stable inventory and stable sales volume. Actually equal numbers from last month when you look at the entirety of Citrus County. So 1,565 homes active on the market at the end of November, 2,077 sold in the month of November, and that's 4.5 months of inventory. The median home price 275, median selling price 269,850, very stable. List to sales ratio is up a bit at 98%, and then days on market is slightly up. And that is the trend right now. We're seeing longer and longer days on market. It is a gradual increase month over month, so nothing really significant, thankfully. But you are prepared if you're selling. You do need to be prepared that you're going to be on the market longer. This is not a list it and sell in 10 seconds market like we've had in the past. The other thing is the expireds. We're still having homes expire off the market. That number in the entirety, looking at the whole of Citrus County, is also equal to last month at 509 expired homes that came off the market. So looking at some of the outliers in this, we had 7 price brackets that inventory increased. We've been having increasing inventory. So now over 16 price brackets, 7 of them went up in active inventory. The others were either stable or a decrease in inventory. Now, a lot of that is due to the holidays. So we know that there are sellers that decide over the holidays, hey, we're going to be having gatherings, we've got a lot of stuff going on, we don't want to be worried about the sale of our house, and we don't think there's going to be a lot of buyers out there, so we're not going to miss opportunity if we just enjoy our holidays. So they take their house off the market. So we know that happens, and that's likely a good reflection of why the active inventory is stable and not increasing largely. But there are a couple of price brackets that did increase, and some of them had fairly significant increases. Now, of the others, we had mostly a decline in inventory and then some stable. The other thing I want to point out is the sales volume overall is down. So although we were stable for the numbers for countywide, most price brackets had a decrease in sales for the month of November. Again, it's the holidays. The value of being on the market during the holidays, because we know sales tend to slow down during this time. People's attention is distracted. They're looking and thinking about other things. The value, though, is that the buyers that are actively looking are usually the most serious buyers. If they're going to take their holiday time, they're not out shopping, they're not doing things with family, they're out buying a house or looking for a house, they're probably pretty serious, and they're probably ready to pull the trigger if and when they find the right thing. So stay confident about that. That's the good news during this time. The other thing I will tell you is I do expect that because this change in inventory and slowdown in homes coming on the market is happening over the holidays, after January 1st, we'd expect to see the reverse of that. We'll start seeing that inventory pick up again and more homes come on the market. Hopefully more buyers will be interested as well, but just be prepared. There will be more competition if you are selling your house, and if you're a buyer, you're probably going to find some new ones to look at. So the takeaway that I have, how do you win in this market? I am tracking the closed price versus original list price ratios. And the reason that's so important is right now, there are a lot of sellers that are making what I call price improvements. They're dropping their price. And that's because they need to stand out differently. They need to reposition themselves in the market. It is our strongest tool right now to get your home more traction and get it seen by the very active, very ready buyers. So the overall ratio between closed price and original list price is right at 92% as an average. So there's 8% negotiation between the price that a house is coming onto the market and the ending sale price. That means offers are probably coming in lower than that, but you hope to be able to negotiate around that range. I just sold my own personal home, and I like to share that I follow my own advice when I am conducting my own real estate, because I know it is the right way to go. So listed my house at $645,000, and my final list price was $599, and we closed the sale at $585. Now that's a $60,000 move between our list price and where we closed, and that's right in that low 90% negotiation range. So following right with kind of what we're talking about here. So I look at the black and white data, and my guidance to my customers falls in line with what I see the data telling me. It's not my gut feeling, it's what the numbers say. And if we follow a very disciplined pricing plan, you will get to the closing table. So that's my main takeaway for this market today. Understand that is today's market. Next month that may be different. We have to continue to follow how the market progresses and tracks. If you'd like to discuss your own personal needs or scenario, my team and I are always here to help. We love to consult with you, and you can always go to our website as well if you want to dig into these numbers and see more specifics to your price bracket, or the competition that's out there for your home or for you as a buyer. So I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. I hope you're gearing up for a great Christmas. It will be January 1st when I see you again for the next market stats. It's crazy to say that, but that's where we're at. So let's enjoy the holidays and then prepare for an awesome 2026. Thanks for joining me.